kickoff. This is it, the ultimate game in college football, national championship at stake. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback. They'll start at the 25. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They're just trying to establish the run. There's not much there, but give credit to that defensive line and those linebackers attacking the line of scrimmage to negate any chance at all.
It's a draw. They test the middle there, but get nothing.
It's another good job here by this defense, and I think all the build-up and hype of the national championship, they really felt challenged. And right now, they're winning the line of scrimmage. They've gotten this offense to a third down situation. Let's see if they can get off the field here to start the game.
They bring the punter onto the field now. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. Off the play fake on first down. Quick completion to the tight end. Breaks loose at the 45. Heads out of bounds after a solid game.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
They get him to the ground. It's first down now at the 28.
How about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
Great start to the drive. Back-to-back explosive plays, and now another first down. On the ground, it's Ford. They finally make the stop, but a chunk play there moves the ball inside the 10.
Boy, really good run by this running back. The defense fortunate to be able to bring him down inside the 10-yard line, but it's first and goal for the offense.
The offense knocking on the door here with a first and goal. Caught near the goal line. The defense makes the stop at the 3.
Well, Chris, it's a nice positive game, but let's face it, you're in the national championship, they've got to find a way to get this ball into the end zone.
Second down and goal. They try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line.
It just seems like he's inching his way to this goal line. He got about a yard. That's halfway. Now, when they give it to him again to see if he can break the plane.
Game moves the ball to the 1. Third down and goal. They'll try to run this one in. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
I don't know if there's much more he could have done on that play. Sometimes it's not necessarily a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. It's the defense just does a nice job at the line of scrimmage and they make a play.
Less than a yard to go here on fourth down. The offense is going to go for it. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. To throw, it's Williams. Looking to the end zone.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Offense makes its way on the field to get the drive started. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Looks left and finds his target there. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
This is why running the football is so important. You run the ball, and if you go play action, it affects the eyes of the safeties and linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
He's found some room at the 45. They finally get him down, but a big play for 46.
Well, that was a beautifully executed screen right here by this offense. They let the rushers get upfield, completely oblivious that the blockers are getting out in front and getting downfield, put the ball right on the back, and let him have all that space and an escort in front of him to pick up big yards.
How aggressive will they be on this first down play? Offense will keep it on the ground here. The gain is 5, so it's 2nd and 5 now. Back behind the quarterback, aligned in a pistol. Here's the handoff. He's got room to run. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. It makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. A quick throw out left, complete. Brought down at the 2 after the catch. The offense close to punching it in.
Boy, we're just getting started here, and already you can feel a rhythm between the quarterback and the receiver. Nice job again, getting back in the pocket, making a nice, accurate throw to one of his top targets. Chris, we get so caught up in this era of the spread, of throwing the football, and the quarterback and the receivers. This is a great example of the value of having a running back that has a nose for the end zone and can take it in for a touchdown.
Point after, not great through. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. QB keeper all the way. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. Just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
Scanning the field, it's Williams. Short throw to the back, caught behind the line of scrimmage. He'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over him that time.
The offensive line does everything they can to try to protect the quarterback, to give him enough time to find an open receiver. But there's nobody there downfield. He ends up throwing it to the back. But how about the speed of this defense? Now, we're looking at a 3rd down.
So some early drama here. We're all even at the end of one. Take a big pause and check out the stats from this first quarter. And after a promising start, we hope that both these teams will just continue with more of this action. The punt team making their way on the field. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. Offense comes out to start this drive. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here. Offense goes to the pistol formation now. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Brought down after a solid run by the senior. This is a determined running back just refusing to be brought down that time by the defense.
You know, the coaches told us that this guy's one of the hardest workers on the entire team, and you can see all that offseason work that he put in has paid off. That time, shaking free from those defenders and getting more positive yards.
And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football, and now it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Play action fake, looking to throw. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact, no penalty, brings up third down. Not going to be easy here, backed up a long way to go for a first down.
I mean, you don't see this very often. They just pressured the quarterback, and did you see how many guys that were rushing him? 3. You have 8 guys in coverage, and you can get that kind of pressure on a quarterback with 3 rushing.
Fresh set of downs. It's first and 10. Gonna run it. It's Poe. Tackle made after just a short gain.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
We're going to pass here on second down. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
After the incompletion, they'll face a 3rd and 6. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Caught by the receiver. The defense stops him just short of the marker. That'll bring up 4th down.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the first down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this 4th down and short.
Offense stays on the field. They're going to go for it on 4th down. One man in the backfield, and he'll get the football. He stopped, but he gets a first down.
Boy, that is some determination by this offense here. Picking up a new set of downs on the run. The call works out perfectly. You just needed 2 yards, you pick it up, and now you've got another chance at points.
So not what the coach was hoping to hear. Took a chance with the timeout to get the replay. We'll see if burning that timeout is costly down the road. On first down, they'll keep the running game churning.
Love this early in the game by this defense, taking control of the line of scrimmage, not giving his back anywhere to go, and they keep him short of the first down.
Getting set. Here's second down. Wants to throw it. Grab down the middle. It's Perry. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
One thing we know for sure, I don't know as a play caller, you can make that call without a quarterback who can throw it with a big arm. He put that on a rope.
But they don't connect. It's incomplete. And it brings up 4th down.
Well, they decide to throw the ball here on 3rd down and short. I really thought the easy thing is just run the quarterback or hand it off, pick up the first down, keep this drive alive, and get 6 points on the board.
Oh, and he knocks it right through. They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. Offense makes its way on the field, ready to start the drive. Looking for a gap. It's Poe. And the broken tackle there produces a solid gain.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. And really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
Quick throw caught on the left side. And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
Each receiver brings something a little bit different to the table, Chris. To me, the outside receivers usually are a little bit longer, taller guys. You get those slot receivers in the inside, not only can they make the catch, but they have quickness to make plays after the catch. Great example of that right here. like this, and he's going to be getting into a rhythm for sure.
Finds room at the 30. He'll head out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Boy, wide receiver screen can be hit or miss. Either receiver finds a nice crease and picks up big yards, or the defense completely negates that. The team speed from the defense here wins that play.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Tackled down at the 3-yard line after an excellent run.
Well, that's what you love to see from an offense. The offensive line and the running back in sync, working together, and it pays off. What a big gain. Thought he might be close to being able to take it all the way to the end zone, but the defense just brings him down there inside the 5.
And he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. The defense swarming him that time.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
It's a second and goal play for the offense. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing. The defense will spend their second timeout here to make some adjustments.
What a great play by the defense here. Getting close to the goal line, not only do they come up with a big stop, but they send them backwards in the process.
They'll try and run it with a fullback.
Tell you what, for a tired defense that's been out on that field for a long time on this drive, what a stop there on 3rd and goal. It brings us to 4th and goal. And as a head coach on the offensive side, when you put together this kind of drive, you're this close, inside the 3-yard line, you got to come away here with a touchdown.
Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. So on 4th down now, out comes the field goal unit. This will be a chip shot from just 20 yards away. He got it. The field goal's good. That will tie things up as we head toward halftime. So they settled for 3 here, and now the kickoff. See if the opposing offense can answer before halftime. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. First down, looking to throw the ball. Nice grab. It's Perry. They stop him after a short gain. It's not a first down. They'll crank up the tempo here with the clock ticking down. Second down. With the catch, it's Perry. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
Boy, this receiver in the slot is giving this defense all kinds of problems. He has another catch on the day. You may want to adjust out, get out of your base, maybe try 5 or 6 defensive backs on the field, somebody that can match up more athletically against this slot receiver.
Here the defense tackles him in what should be the final play of this first half. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And they'll kick it away now to get this third quarter underway. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. Offense trots out onto the field, hoping to start a drive here. First play of the second half, they keep it on the ground.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Again, makes it second and medium. Looking to throw. Williams. The pass rush closing in. Didn't see anybody open, just throws it away. That's not going to bring up third down.
Man, I like this play. I mean, not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
After the incompletion, they'll face a 3rd and 6. Drop him back. We're going to throw for the first down. Tries to get it to the running back. Caught near the sticks. It's Poe. Tackle is made, but the junior quarterback shows off his arm strength that time. Good job there finding the back on that angle route. The timing was perfect there.
Yeah, effective third down play to be able to move the chains. I really like the cut there on the route by the running back, getting across the middle of the field. And like you said, the quarterback does a nice job of getting the ball out of his hands quickly to give the back a chance to not only catch the ball, but get the yards for the first down.
A lot of times this can be a tough play to defend because you're so concerned with getting pressure on the quarterback. But here the defense does a good job of coming off of coverage and chasing down the receiver.
He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
That catch makes it a more manageable third down. And they pick up the first on the ground. Didn't get there. Defense makes a great stop.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
Here we go. The coach rolling the dice. 4th and 1 in his own territory. Looking for a receiver. He'll throw it now. He's got it. That is enough for a first down. They make the stop, but it's a big play with 41.
Just great execution here on this 4th down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the first down.
To get him down quickly, not much of a gain of that completion.
How about this defense? That is called team pursuit. Swarming to this wide receiver on the screen, not allowing him to get his momentum upfield.
Second down play coming up for this offense. To throw, it's Williams. Gets rid of it on the move. That's reeled in. It's Hampton. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain in that play.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards, and they stay ahead of the sticks.
3rd down and short in this championship game on the 9th play of the drive. Can he get there on the ground? They make the tackle, but the offense set up with a first down in the red zone.
Here's a great example of a back knowing where he needed to go on this play, and he didn't mess around. He got between the tackles and earned every single yard.
A draw to the back. They finally make the tackle, but it's going to be 1st and goal from the 6.
That is 2 consecutive runs for first downs. Give credit to the offensive line and this back really getting into a rhythm, and they got this defense on its heels.
Here's the handoff on 1st and goal. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss. Well, the play is just blown up by the big fella in the middle. Kirk showing some quickness for his size.
Yeah, we know about his power, but how about his ability to penetrate there? And that's the quickest way to blow up a run game is that interior penetration. If you're able to break through the middle of that offensive line, then you can create a lot of havoc in the middle.
So off the loss, it's 2nd and goal from the 8. They'll switch it up, looking to throw. On the move now. He throws it away. A smart choice that time, but it will bring up 3rd down.
That's a smart heads-up play to me by the quarterback. Would rather throw it in the stands than a tight throw leading to a potential turnover. Wonder what they'll have dialed up here on this 3rd down.
offense moving backwards here, a long way from the goal line now. On 3rd and goal, he's going to try to throw for it. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. Defense makes the stop. The screen pass doesn't produce a first down, and now it's 4th down.
The offense gets some positive yards here, but they're going to be short of the first down marker to set up 4th down. Really good job by the defense of tackling and the awareness to keep him short of that first down marker.
Now look at this. They could break the tie with a chip shot. The coach says, we're going for it on 4th down. Defense is coming after him.
Instead of getting points here and going to the field goal, this offense decides to get aggressive, and the offensive line gives up the sack. It looked like they miscommunicated. The defense, to their credit, is able to get after the quarterback, and they come up with not only a stop, but now they get the ball back themselves.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down. They come to the line. A long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Makes the catch downfield. He's brought down, but an explosive play through the air. 1st and 10 now. Clock running. Final minute of the quarter.
Chris, that's just perfect execution here by the offense. Quarterback does a nice job getting back, put the ball out where the receiver can make a play on it. Nothing you can do as a defender.
Tackle up near midfield at the 48. Here's the 2nd down play. They're going to run it. Good enough for first down yardage.
Hey, it's not a lot, but you know what? It's enough for the first down. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
So the ball placed right at midfield as the offense starts with a 1st and 10. Off the RPO, cut to the right. He's in the clear down the right side. End zone ahead. But they were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and reach the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
PAT is up and good. They lead by a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. As we head to the final quarter of this showdown, we're going to find out who can really make the plays when it counts the most. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Bringing it out. It's Poe. They stop at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here comes the offense looking to start the drive. On the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. He's got the first and still going. They get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33. First down here for this offense.
The offense comes up with a huge gain. It looks like they're going to go up-tempo. Keep this momentum going and keep the defense as much as you can on their heels.
Made the catch, but he was surrounded, Kirk. Not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
The key on a drag route is to put the ball out in front of the wide receiver to give him a chance to do what he just did. Pick up some valuable yards after the catch.
Back to throw. It's Williams. It's a short completion to the big tight end.
A 4th quarter down by a couple of scores. This offense doing everything they can to not just score points, but do it in a hurry, try to preserve the clock. Here, they're tackled in bounds. They don't pick up a first down. Good job with this defense to keep that clock moving.
Quick throw. The catch is made. He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
This is what makes the RPO so difficult to defend if you have a quarterback who can read it. It's that old argument, which guy has the chalk last? Or with a quarterback that can read it like that, the quarterback has the trot pass. He reads that they're up, makes the throw on the quick slant, gets some really good yards.
This could be a dramatic finish, marching toward a tying touchdown. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss. Well, they run it right into a blitz. The linebacker was coming downhill curve.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Play number 8 in this championship game drive, and they face 3rd down and short. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Pressure is coming. He's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
I see what the quarterback's trying to do here. He's holding on to that football to the last possible second to give that play a chance. But he held it just a little bit too long. The defense is able to hit him to force that incompletion.
Down 1 possession in the 4th quarter, and the offense is going to try to convert here on 4th down. And the wideout goes in motion. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. The receiver makes the catch.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And they'll set up now for the extra point try. And that PAT gives us a tie ball game here in the final quarter. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Offense on the field to take over. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Pulls it in. It's Poe. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Hey, it's a game, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. Tackle is made. It's a short gain, well short of the marker.
Well, anytime an offensive coordinator calls a wide receiver screen, he's trying to get offensive linemen out in front of the receiver to create a wall so that receiver can pick a lane to run through. How about the defense here, though? That's called team pursuit, swarming to the football. They didn't give him any lanes, so not much yards downfield for the receiver.
Tie ball game late, and they're going for it on 4th down. Back to throw again. But it's incomplete. The defense makes a huge 4th down stop.
I think they're going to end up regretting going for this one, Chris. I wouldn't have gone for it.
What's wrong with punting it away? And again, I get being aggressive, but you got to be smart on when to go for it and when to punt.
And the offense makes its way onto the field, hoping for a successful drive. Now, wasn't alert enough, didn't get the play off. That'll cost him 5 yards. Dangerous play call here after that 5-yard penalty. 2 backs now flanking the quarterback. Off an RPO, the quarterback looks to his right. Breaking tackles and going. Forced out of bounds, but a nice gain there, and the offense will have a 1st and goal.
What a gain here. Big play for this offense. The quarterback and receiver just seem to be in sync. Tough on that corner to try to make a play on that ball.
The senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Positive yards at this point in the game are always important, especially now that you're starting to get well within the range of a field goal to take the lead. But if I'm this offensive coordinator and quarterback, I'm thinking about a touchdown here late in the game.
Clock's clock stops officially 2 minutes to go before the end of this game. We'll take a quick pause. No gain makes it second down and goal from the 5. They'll try to power it in right up the middle. And brought down at the line with that big defensive tackle.
It's a nice play by this defense, and now you're thinking about third down and goal from around the 5-yard line. You got a real shot to come up with a stop here. Whether they run it or throw it, you get a stop here and maybe hold them to 3 points.
Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. Ball spotted at the 5 for this third and goal play. Back to pass. It's Williams. There's a screen pass to the running back. This is just quarterback wizardry. An amazing game with a national championship on the line tonight.
This might be as good of a quarterback performance as I've seen in a national championship in some time. The defense has got to try to do something to get him out of sync by trading the blitz or sit back and change up coverage, because what they've called up to this point just isn't working.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. In the first play of the drive now from the 25. First down, looking to throw the football. Delivers quickly to the left side. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. He'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Just a great job of anticipating that and coming up with a big interception by this defense. Because they have this lead, they've really forced this offense to become one-dimensional. They're expecting the ball to be into the air. The defensive backs have their eyes on the ball, and they're able to capitalize with a big pick here in the national title.
They bring him down, but that play moves him into scoring position. First and 10 from the 11.
Boy, this offense's execution has been on point all game long, but especially in this fourth quarter. They're getting better and better, and this defense seems to have just quit out there.
Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff.
This is a huge touchdown late in this game to make this a 2-possession game. With under a minute to go, I think it's safe to say they can secure victory here.
Extra point up and good. A 2-touchdown lead here now in the fourth quarter. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. In the first play of the drive now from the 25. On first and 10, they'll look to throw it. Short pass finds the tight end. They bring him down after a short gain there. Now they're going to hustle to the line and get set. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Looking for a late deep throw. The downfield shot is incomplete. Brings up third down.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots, get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
Takes it out to the 44. That's good for a first down.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here.
He's looking to make a big play downfield. And it's incomplete. Just 10 seconds remaining now.
What a play by this defender to step in and swat that deep ball away.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Taking a deep shot here late in the game. Catch made way downfield. That's going to help the stats a little bit, but won't make a difference in the outcome. Now a timeout is taken with just 5 seconds remaining. The offense is clicking, and the defense just searching for answers. Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. The ball falls to the ground, and we have a national champion. What an emphatic statement to close out this national championship run. You know, the coach told his guys, go out there and leave no doubt. And say mission accomplished.
Well, sometimes a team wins a national championship and they just got hot at the right time. And there's other times when it's been clearly the best team in college football all year. To me, these guys have been right up there as a top team in college football, and it's very fitting that they not only win it, but they win it in grand.
Mississippi, home to the Southern Mississippi Golden Eagles, and fans have been eagerly anticipating this matchup at the Rock. The Golden Eagles will kick it away first. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw him, man. So many different ways he can hurt you, and he can be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week.
Turning it on! Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a man. It's Frost. Finds his man. It's Moore. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Moore. He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play. After the first down completion, it's second and short. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Works the middle.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Power football with the run. Jukes his way for more. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
The interesting thing about these RPOs is it takes a lot of communication. You know, the quarterback sticks it in the belly of the running back, and the running back doesn't know if he's going to take it or not. And you could tell, took the football, got north-south, got upfield, got a great positive gain and a positive play for this offense.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Operating in the red zone here on second down. The give to the back. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number 1. It was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense is doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
After getting nothing done on first down, second and goal from the 6. Scanning the field, it's Frost. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And it's in there for a touchdown.
And that is exactly what you love to see as a head coach, watching your offense take the field, first drive of the game, and you're methodical. Take what the defense gives you. You make good decisions. You don't have negative plays. You don't have missed assignments. That shows your head coach that you are locked in and ready to go.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Southern Miss's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
He'll keep it himself. At the 40, there he goes. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Golden Eagles want to move quickly.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
The Golden Eagles come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the mark. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing. Big turnover forced by the defense.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
They'll run the screen. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Looking down the middle. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. They bring the punter onto the field now. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. Southern Mississippi has it back, and the Golden Eagle offense headed to the field. Ball security going to be paramount this time, Jesse.
Yeah, and sense of urgency, too. They're trailing in this game right now. The turnover wasn't great, so David, they really got to be able to put something positive together on this drive.
Put something positive together, be aggressive, but don't be reckless. Can't have any more of those turnovers.
From the gun, running back gets to give. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Miss.
Offensive line, give me a crack, I'll do the rest. How about the Jets, the speed? He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll leave it with him. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run.
Picked off. A turnover in their own end. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Mississippi.
How oftentimes can you say that there is a safety who's the most dangerous guy on the field with the ball in his hands? Did you see that guy and his ability in the open field once he picked it off? There was nobody on offense even coming close to getting that guy down. What an athlete.
will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The throw to the outside is complete. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Unloads quickly. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've reached a break. It's Southern Mississippi on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. He's got it on the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Frost. Works the middle of the field. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
Hand off from the shotgun. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
Grant behind the line. It's Moore. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. Right through his hands, incomplete. I think he knew he had a chance for a big play, but it'll be 2nd down. Tune in to the Ocho. 8th play of the drive coming up. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Throws for the tight end. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Listen, a lot of time, tips and deflections are because you got great eyes and vision on the quarterback. You see him release the football, you break on it, you tip that thing, and make sure the receiver can't get it.
Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. New set of downs after the completion. The RPO, it's complete. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Wants to throw, it's Frost. Trying to pull his way in. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Now it's 2nd and goal. They're going to run it. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line. This is one of those momentum turning points. If this defense can force a field goal attempt, that is a victory for them. He wants it all. And he's got it in the end zone.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 25 clash today. LSU is down, but they are not out of it. Not in Tiger Stadium. A place Bear Bryant once said was like playing inside a drum. Maybe the best home field advantage in football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7. Florida. We'll keep an eye on things until the final horn in a game that could shake things up a bit in the SEC.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo.
There he goes. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Got his man downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. And the Golden Eagles are in the hurry-up.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. They've got him spread out on 2nd and 7, 2 wide out to either side. Looking downfield, it's Braxton. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Well, that was the guy the quarterback wanted to go to right from the jump, but a better job by the defense and coverage forcing the incomplete.
The give on the option. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. This is going to be a 46-yard field goal attempt. And the try is no good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up. After missing that 46-yard field goal attempt, they'll have it 1st and 10 from their own 29. Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Big tight end makes the grab, 1st down, still on his feet. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that 1st down.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
From the gun, the ground game. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Now lining up to snap it in the red zone. Looking to throw, it's Frost. Got his man down the middle. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Trying to punch it in. Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stops short of the goal line. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Now on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left. We are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. A 69-yard touchdown drive, and they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Southern Mississippi ready to send that offense back onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Looking to throw on first down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Braxton. Complete to the right. Loads of room to run. Touchdown, Southern Miss. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And he makes the extra point. You want to see quick strike ability? It was epitomized there. 2 plays, 80 yards, touchdown on the board. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. So guys, we'll get another look at this offense. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Safe completion on the screen. Just never gives you a clean shot at him as he gets out to the 28. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Grab near the sticks. It's Tyson. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. Last completion moved the sticks in, and let's see if they try it again. To the air on first down. Fires to the big fella. He'll be knocked out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Good pickup there. 2nd and short now after that completion. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Caught near the sticks. It's Tyson. They'll immediately call timeout.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Complete along the sidelines, and that'll be good enough for the first down. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say, this has been a fun watch so far at Hattiesburg.
We're all locked up here in the third quarter as he's set to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Southern Mississippi has it back, and the Golden Eagle offense headed to the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better.
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Great place to start for this offense. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Wrestled down at the 26. It's a gain of 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Dropping back, it's Frost. Completes it in the middle. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Passing game kept his drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to go up top on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Here on third down, you might want to protect the field goal, but you have to stay aggressive. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And here comes the field goal unit. Never a doubt. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Southern Mississippi ready to send that offense back onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Right back to the well. Good blocking, good running, pick up a 6 out to the 30. The Golden Eagles racing to the line in the hurry-up. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Got a man, it's Metcalf. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. And the Golden Eagles come to the line with a new set of downs. Back to pass, it's Braxton. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And we'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. They'll go to the ground. Nice move there. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down.
Love the play call on the RPO, and you're just really trusting this running back to be able to make a guy miss and then get into the second level. The offensive line did their job, gave him a crease, but that was the running back making that linebacker miss in the hole before getting north.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Back picked up now. Here's 2nd and long. Pulls it and fires to the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make a miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. No good. It's still a 3-point game after the miss.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal, miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. Didn't get much on 1st down.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Look out, he's got room. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Here on 3rd down for this offense. Looking to throw, it's Braxton. Throws to the tight end. On target over the middle. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
The Golden Eagles in the hurry-up.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
And off to Jones. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Golden Eagles really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. With the catch, it's Davis. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. The Golden Eagles kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Handoff to the lone back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. They'll try the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Under fire. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And we've got a deadlock here in the 3rd quarter. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Coastal Carolina is down, but they are not out. Not there on the surf turf in Conway, one of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. They're trailing by 10 to East Carolina. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Line getting set on second down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the third quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. If you like old-school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first three periods. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Snags a quick pass on the left. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. And the Golden Eagles want to pick up the tempo. Pulls it in, it's Metcalf. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there. A touch out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on third down. He'll do it himself. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. The Golden Eagles will snap it on 1st and 10.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Just feeds the running back. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down. And the Golden Eagles are marching down the field. He'll pull it on the read. Sweet cut there. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. They'll run play action. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Mississippi. And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already his second touchdown of the game.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They marched 56 yards to the end zone, and they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And the offense out of the field to go back to work. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tied game, hoping to get something on the board. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
Who says in the RPO pass game you can't throw anything vertically downfield, right? It doesn't all have to be screens. And
breaks into the open. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? To the air, it's Frost. This time it's complete. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking for room. It's Tyson. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Got some work to do after that last play. 2nd and 13. Wants to go up top. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. The short hands, it's Moore. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Trying to keep the drive alive. Makes a man miss. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. Now the offense trying to operate in the red zone. Boy, I really wasn't expecting a run there. Most teams in that situation look for the quick pass to pick up the 1st down.
No doubt, because you drop your quarterback, you can throw the ball really quickly, or he can take off and run the football. So a little bit more one-dimensional when you run the football, but if you do it successfully, it works. If nobody says anything, it doesn't.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. The Sweet Feet buy a little time. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so.
Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. And it'll be a touchdown. The extra point here would tie the game.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Southern Mississippi has it back, and the Golden Eagle offense headed to the field. Holden finds his man on the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Golden Eagles headed quickly to the line. Hand off to Jones. Makes a pass to Marker. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. You just gave up a 1st down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
Pulls it in. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down. The inside handoff. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Dropping back, it's Braxton. Gets it out fast. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line. And the Golden Eagles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off-play action on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Davis. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the 1st down? So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. He splits the uprights. And there's a lot of celebrating going on over there, but there is still time left on the clock. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. So the first order of business here, David, is don't knock yourself out of field goal range.
Correct. Don't take the sack. Don't get a negative play. But if I can be aggressive, Palmer, I'm still trying to go to the end zone to get the immediate dub.
And take as much pressure off of your kicker as you possibly can. You just got to wonder what he's thinking right now. Lots of pressure on him.
Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. Back to throw. It's Frost. Good timing on the quick out. He's out of bounds. Clock stops on first down. 28 seconds left.
And that's a first down for the offense.
Looking to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Snagged on the outside, it's Moore. He's out of bounds after picking up 8 yards, but they've got a lot of work to do late. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Looking downfield on first down. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 kicks remaining on the clock.
And, man, this is a tough spot to be in as this offense. And the defense is so deep, and you wonder if that's why they threw the ball underneath. But, golly, with the clock where it is, you have to get somewhere down the field to give yourself a chance, an opportunity to maybe be successful at the end of this football game.
He wants a big play here late. Falls incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it. This one was a lot like a tennis match, back and forth, up and down, and they just couldn't quite score enough and get the key stop to get the win.
And defenses have changed, right? It's not about limiting to low points anymore, but you got to find ways to create turnovers and get that ball back to your offense so they can do their damage. Defense just needed to create a few more opportunities.
I think it just came down to individual effort on the defense.
from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Pulls it in on the left. Off to the races. And he will house it.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Auburn's offense will go to work for the first time today. And we've got a superb matchup to watch here, David. One of the best quarterbacks in the country. And how much will he be willing to challenge one of the best corners in the land?
Well, and it's going to be more interesting to me, Jesse, do they let him make a play? Like, does he choose to go after him and believe in his ability and believe in his matchups, or do they stay away from him? Because a lot of people stay away from him. He's that good out wide that you don't want that smoke. And I'm interested to see, Jesse, if he has the onions to go after the corner and try to make plays.
Well, one thing we know about him for sure is he's a believer in his own arm talent. He's the kind of guy that thinks he can fit the football into the smallest windows, but you're right. He's got to pick his battles and be careful when he decides to attack this guy, because he has picked off some really good quarterbacks in the past, and you know he's just licking his chops hoping for a chance today.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams...
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
I'll tell you, you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players, certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
They go to the ground. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
From the gun, the running back has it. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Got the first down and more. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Lost a throw on first down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
I don't even know if the offense is aware that they have other eligible targets downfield. It feels like every single throw early in this game has gone this guy's way.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Nice throw, great catch, easy glide into the end zone for the touchdown.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen...
Turning it on. Picks up the first down, still moving. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. Auburn lines up quickly.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Let's see what they've got on second down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. And the offense takes the field ready to go back to work. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Off the RPO, complete.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Grab near the marker. It's Gore. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Tigers.
Awesome job by the linebacker there in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes, spying the QB, knowing where that ball was going to get thrown, and then the ball skills just to pluck it out of the air and take it back for a touchdown. Awesome work.
And he made that extra point. The wet turf, no problem at all. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah.
Oh, he's got some space. Up near the 40-yard line, they'll mark it at the 39, a pickup of They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now first down from the 39. Leaves it with the back. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Man, offenses are getting really creative in the way they run their counter plays now. They pull different guys. They pull a guard. They pull a tackle. They pull a guard and a tackle. So really keeping the defenses off balance. You can't just key on wherever the tight end is. You got to realize they can show you one thing and come back with another.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, the inside give. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll go to the air. Big guy smells it. Steps into the end zone for a touchdown. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great. So I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Rides to back on the option, the give. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Finds the tight end. Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43. Auburn to the line in a hurry. Off play action. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. And here comes the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. They'll put their return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. They'll give it to the back. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
This quarterback is living dangerously now. He threw a pick earlier in the game, and he almost threw another one right there. These windows are tight. He's got to be really good with his decision-making.
Wide open downfield. Wide open on the right. Touchdown!
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Auburn offense. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Makes the grab. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to him in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Motion from the wideout. The play action fake. Oh, they're after him. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Well, he's off to an awesome start this season. Had a sack in their last game, gets his first sack right now. I think he has a chance to be a huge focal point in this defense moving forward, but let's just worry about what's happening now. This offense has to find a way to slow him down.
He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Auburn sends out the punting unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Just needs a crack to get a return. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's going to fire deep. Makes the grab right down the middle. He's loose. Steps into the end zone for a touchdown.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy... We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker on for the extra point.
And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at happening in a great top 25 matchup. TCU is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winner Davey O'Brien among the legends to wear that uniform. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Duke.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Gossett.
We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an Going to sling it on second down. On target. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. To the air on first down. Got him downfield. At the 35, he's open. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Tigers getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly complete. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of a guy that's...
Touchdown, Tiger! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
I know it's early this year, but it's obvious this guy is a focal point in this offense. After having 2 touchdowns in his first game, he gets on the board here. Doesn't matter where he lines up, they find ways to get him the football, and defenses just have not been able to figure him out.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Gore.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
He'll take the deep shot. Snatches it on the right. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its...
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Looking to go up top and time's running out of the half. Grabbed over the middle. It's Smith. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Looking downfield on first down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass. Shoots it to the left. A strike downfield. And it's a touchdown. Puts 6 on the board.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finish the half like you're supposed to. Scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This late in the half, here's the question: how aggressive will the running back searching for a hole. There he goes. He has the first and still on his feet. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. Looking to throw on first down. Snags it over the middle. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work in Auburn, Alabama so far, and welcome into the halftime report. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first two quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Wants to throw on third down. Throws for the tight end. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. They'll look to pin him deep. Catches it at the 30. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. To the air on first down. Showing the arm strength down the left side. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Gossett. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. It's complete to the right. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Finds his tight end. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. Handoff from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a fifth. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Got it in the middle, it's Gossett. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. The top. Moving quickly down the field. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking to throw on first down. Hauls it in. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Now the play fake. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. It's complete to the left. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Auburn sends out the punting unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. And now this offense will take the field again. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And I think after that play there, you're seeing how this offense is staying committed to having some balance. They've had so much success early in this game throwing the football, right? They've been lighting the scoreboard up through the air, but they also want to keep the defense on their heels, so you continue to run the football. Even if you're not breaking off 60-yard TD runs, you got to have that balance.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He tries to take the top off. Catch inside the 30 and still running. He just brought some serious energy making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. Now let's see if they can follow up that huge play. 1st and 10 from the 23. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
There's the thing. Not a great run. The offense has scored a ton of points. They haven't necessarily needed to have a strong running game in this one. Their quarterback right now is just playing lights out, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'd get back to throwing the ball.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. Gets it out quickly. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Illegal blocking.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Line is set on 3rd down. Give to the running back. Jukes his way for more. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to them and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
They want to throw it. Looking to get it in. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Bowls his way into the end zone for a touchdown. I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the credit of them so bad, you start to put the backups in, and all them get to get juice and get to get some playing time, get some feel good. And the other side, well, they're just taking it right to the piece.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Working the middle. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with a first down. Out of the gun, they give to the back. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. He's got the tight end. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Got his man in the middle. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking for room, it's Henderson. Fighting off the defender. Defense holds their ground, pick up of a yard. It's at the 26. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. Auburn comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later, it's in the 4th quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get...
Touchdown, Auburn! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going that maybe you can build on.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. From the gun, running back on the move. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
And this is the part of the game where you could really see this guy take over, right? Like, you've got the lead, the big running back. He's physical in the 4th quarter, starting to get a little bit tired. Let's see if he can keep this going.
And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
From the gun, give on the inside. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Punt team makes its way onto the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Breaks into the open. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They're going to go right back to him on first down.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The 2-minute time. Arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. So now it's second and long. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Smith. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. The Tigers are facing third and inches. They'll try to get the first through the air. Makes the catch. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
You know, you just can't coach toughness in quarterbacks. This guy's been sacked multiple times in this one. And on that last play, he gets drilled again, but he delivers a strike. I'll tell you what, this guy's going to be in an ice bath after the game.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quick release by the QB. Strikes first, delivers the punch, and works his way to the 31.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better.